Hello everyone, welcome to Crafty Hand Studio Backstage. Here we are, part 4 of Leaving, our first backstage project. When we left off, we had the first verse and the repeat of the first verse with a flute counterpoint part added. And today we will be working on the heavy center section, the bridge if you will. This part represents my anger and frustration at what's happening to me. And I wanted it to be violent, outrageous, just really, really heavy. Before we go into that though, I noticed in the playback that there's a really loud flute hit. In the way of recapping, I'll just play a little bit of the song for you, where we have it so far. That's the note that was sticking out. Let me solo this. You can see it right here. The velocity is too high. And if you listen to that soloed, you can hear the really loud hit here just by itself. I think that's a built-in aftertouch on the Kurzweil that allows you to get different kinds of sounds if you strike the key harder. And it sticks out, so we're going to just grab the bar here and drag the velocity down so that that does not happen. Here we go again with the velocity lowered. Sounds much better to me. And here it is in context. And here we are at our heavy center section. Now this is all we have so far. If you'll notice on the screen here, I have gone ahead and imported all the MIDI parts that I've recorded and created the tracks, because you didn't need to see me create tracks over and over again. I think you know how to do that by now. If you need any tips on how to do it, just ask me in the comments. I'll be happy to explain how I do it again. So I'm going to just mute the parts before I add them, and we'll start with what we have so far. That would be the piano track using the same sound, and it certainly does not sound big and heavy. So here's what we have. Not very inspiring, but it did give me the chords to work with. So the first thing I want to do is use that piano part, but I want to assign a much heavier sound to it. So what I've done is chosen an electric piano with a fuzz effect. Here's the Helion view of it, if I get that over there for you. You can see it's called Psycho Rhodes. Sounds like this. That's the sound we're going to play those chords with now. So as I said, I've already dragged a MIDI part in. We'll just listen to it play. Okay, get the idea there. Next I added some bass. I wanted the bass to be heavy again instead of just the acoustic bass part that we used during the verses. So here's the bass sound I came up with. Another fuzz bass. It's called heavy bass in Helion Sonic. And the piano. Okay, the next part I wanted to add was a motion sound. This is called Train Trip. Let me solo it for you. It's just a background ostinato repeating sound that I thought would give the thing, give the whole part continuity. And here it is. Play a little bit of that with the bass and the piano. You can see how it's starting to build up. And I wanted this science fiction-y sound effect kind of sound. This is called tech scream. I'll play it by itself so you can see how outrageous it sounds. It's kind of cool in context though. Here we go with just the sample of the sound. Tech scream. I know it's kind of hard to imagine how that would fit into the song, so I will play it for you, fit into the song here now. This is piano bass, the train trip sound effect, and the tech scream sound effect. Bear in mind that none of the tracks have been mixed yet, so the levels are not where they will be. and some things will be faded further into the background. Probably the text screen will go further into the background, so it's more of a subliminal effect. Now all of this center part is going to have a big drum part, and it's going to have a synthesizer lead on top. So let's get about creating the drum track. I'm using the Groove Agent plugin. Just drag it over here so you can have a look. This comes with the Steinberg Cubase 6.5 that I'm using. It's one of the plugins that comes with the software, and it has several drum kits that you can add, and you can perform them with these pads. I think I don't have them assigned to pads. I do have them assigned to the keyboard though. So they're different sounds assigned to different keys, and I'll just play through some. You get the idea. So by hitting these keys, I've created a MIDI drum part, and I'll play that for you. It will be much better with live drums, and I talked with Bill Brasso yesterday, and we may be adding some real drums to this. For now, for the sake of the project, we'll continue with the synthesized drums, and then hopefully we'll be able to get Bill up here and we'll record a real drum part and be able to A/B the difference. There's no substitute for live, let me tell you. Here's my cobbled together drum part. Add the bass. Okay, now we're going to be adding a synthesizer lead to that. I've chosen the sound. It's one of my stock sounds, again from the Halion Sonic, and it's called Finest Lead. I really like it. I have not recorded the leads yet for it, so we'll have to wait for our next installment to have the synthesizer lead on top. But that's the sound that it's going to be, and it'll, let's see, we could play along with this a little bit just so you can get an idea of what it's going to be with the synthesizer on top. And that's where we're going to leave our project today. The center section built up, ready for a nice synthesizer lead on top. I hope you've enjoyed it. Come back next week for part 5 of Leaving, and listen to music. It will make you better.